farming for 40 years, and this is my son, Chris. First and foremost, I've been married for 36 years, and I've got 4 children, my son being the youngest, and 3 older daughters, and 9 grandkids, so God is good. Been farming all those years, and we used to be hogs, and now we're corn, beans, wheat, and we've had cattle, got rid of them recently, and just focusing primarily on crops production. Blessed to have my son Chris. He graduated out of SDSU with an agronomy degree, and he's back on the farm, and so I'm blessed with having his help.
Yeah, like you said, I'm Chris Christopher, self-employed owner-operator of Christopher Farms, located here in Letcher, South Dakota.
My father kind of retired here about 15 years ago, and I kind of bought him out, took over, and he still is a very active part of our farm. In the spring, he's out helping plant, and in the fall, he's helping harvest.
So going back to Stern Oil, having good oil to keep in your machine makes us a lot more efficient, so we have a lot less downtime. If we do proper maintenance on our equipment, we can keep running longer and do longer days, and it just helps out in the long run.
Bulk oils delivery was a game changer for us. Didn't have to handle the small 15 and 55 gallon drums, and so we could put everything in bulk, and that sped the whole process up a lot. So that was a game changer as well. In terms of oil, back when I was looking at different, there's different vendors trying to market their oil here on our property, living on the highway. One of the things that I looked at is the Mobil brand of oils that Stern sells, and that meets or exceeds the OEM products, and so I felt very comfortable with being able to put that in our equipment, and I knew that I wasn't giving up any quality, and so that's why we've stayed with Stern and their Mobil fluids, oils. We have been doing business with Brooks Oil, and they're the distributor of Stern products. And so through that, we've been doing business with Brooks for, I would say, 30 plus years. And Stern has been the supplier to Brooks Oil, and so through that arrangement, we've been, doing business with Stern all these years, nearly 4 decades. There's one thing that every farmer knows is we get windows of opportunity to be in the field. And if we're held up by waiting for fuel, oil, whatever it may be, that's wasted time, and wasted time for us, it's hard to get back. So, Stern Oil has been very good at keeping the products coming, and that's the real deal for us.
Going back to this last fall, we were able to get propane when nobody was able to get propane, so we were able to combine our grain and dry it at the same time, which was huge compared to a lot of the other farmers. They weren't able to get any propane to dry, and so we coincidentally had a snowstorm that happened just after we put the combines away for the fall, and some guys didn't have that opportunity, so they still had corn out in the field with 3 foot of snow out in the field. So obviously you can't combine from that point on, so let's just think about how much money they lost in that situation, where Stern really came through and was able to get us some propane, and that's a huge deal. Instead of pulling from Freeman, they were able to go all the way down south into Kansas to get us propane when nobody would even consider doing that for us, and that really shows a lot in the company they are and the dependability they like to support us with.
One thing I liked about that process is we did book our propane earlier on, and they still held that price regardless of the fact that they had to go away far to get it. And I'm sure it cost them more money to supply it to us, but sure appreciate that.
Yeah.
That was important.
The word is good.
Yeah. We chose Stern over other suppliers because of just dependability. We knew that the product was quality, and we knew we could get it when we needed it. And we knew that we wouldn't have to be waiting. And as we mentioned before, that's such an important part. But the quality is good too. you know, we know that it's as good or better than anything else, and so
Right.
that's why we, you know, have been using Stern products.
Yeah. If you can get a high quality product on demand when you need it and it's dependable, I mean, there's no reason not to do business with Stern.
Yep.
Being able to depend on somebody to keep your operation going is critical and valuable. If we have a down tractor and we need hydraulic fluid, we know that we can call them and get it as soon as they hear from us. So that's worth a lot to us.
We'll continue to do business with those people that we know that care about our business and care about us staying in business. So that's why we do business with Stern.